afternoon, everyone. Hope you're outside in lovely sunshine. Just going to let everyone log on, so get yourselves ready if you're already on. Okay, I'm outside again, sunshine's back, luckily, so I'm quite happy about that, rather than the rain that we had last week, so that's all good. So today, welcome to the 6 week to 6 months postnatal fitness session. We are on week number 13 of these workouts, which is crazy, isn't it? But everyone's doing amazing, the feedback's been great, so we're going to carry on with these. Today we're going to be doing these 6 exercises and we're going to do them 3 times. We're going to do 40 seconds of each exercise, okay? So nice and steady, we're going to go through them all. It's a full body, we're doing upper body, lower body, core, we're working everything, okay? So nice full body. Then afterwards we're going to be having a chat about low impact alternatives. So low impact alternatives to high impact exercises that you may find on some of the online workouts at the moment. I think the biggest one everyone knows is probably Joe Wicks, those ones. And also when we eventually get to go back to classes, if you are going back to certain classes with high impact movements, I'm going to show you some nice low impact alternatives for you to remember. So hopefully they'll help with any other activities that you are doing. So we are nearly ready to go. We're just going to give it another minute, let people log in. Hopefully you can get outside, you can get yourself a good 45 minutes to yourself, half an hour of exercise, 50 minutes of the chat afterwards. And yeah, we will get going very soon. You need 2 weights. If you've got 1, that's absolutely fine, or 2 light ones, that's great. And that's it really, and a safe space to work out. This is obviously the 6 week to 6 month postnatal fitness session. So if you are in that early stage, remember that you need to have got clearance to be able to exercise, you need to be feeling ready to exercise, and you need to listen to your body at every point, okay? Really, really important. You can find the details of the questions on the Babi Active page of whether you're ready for these sessions. Okay, so we're going to get going. Hopefully you've got outside. I actually can't believe how warm it is. I've been doing some admin this morning and now I'm gutted I didn't do it outside because it is gorgeous out here. Okay, so if anyone has any questions throughout, please give me a shout as always. No worries there, we'll get going. So we're going to start by march on the spot. So it's a nice march on the spot, nice and gentle. We're going to be getting everything nice and warmed up. Although the sun is pretty warm. So nice march on the spot. Listen to what's going on, especially in your pelvic area. Just make sure you're tuning in to everything that's happening in your body. You're going to lift up if you can, knee to elbow, okay? Nice and steady. Nice and steady. Okay, and then back to marching for me. Okay, let's go into some light squats. So, down into the squat. We're only going light, we're not going far. There's arms involved. Exhale as you come up. Nice and steady. 10 more seconds of these. Chest facing up. Lovely. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we're going into squats where we touch down and reach up. So just go as low as is comfortable for you. So we go down and then up. Even if you're going there, that's fine, okay? Whatever feels right for you, just squatting in the right way for you. Lovely. Okay, we're going to do some lunges, so I want you to go back into a lunge. So, back to forwards. If that's too much, just stay in the static position, okay? I wish I'd found my shorts now, it is boiling out here. And swap sides. That's it, make sure you've got water. Keep going. 10 more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Brilliant. Okay, some nice wrist rotations for me. We'll go one way, and then we'll go the other. Okay, let's get some ankle rotations in. So, one way, and then the other. And then we're going to swap sides. One way, and then the other. And then we're going to do some big arm rotations. So soft knees, swinging forwards, okay? Big arm rotations, forwards to start with. And now backwards. Getting the shoulders nice and warm. Everything we want moving. Okay, we're going to go down onto the floor. I want some nice thoracic openers, okay? So some nice thoracic spine openers. So we're in all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, and you're going to thread. So I'm going to go my right arm first. I'm going to lift up, all the way up, and I'm going to thread down, ear and shoulders to the floor. And I'm going to come back up, and back down. Exhale all the way down. Lovely. One more. Okay, swap sides, other side, straight up, all the way down. So we're just giving that nice thoracic twist in that spine, that central spine. One more. Lovely. Okay, a couple of donkey kicks while we're down here. So I want those toes tucked under, nice, neutral, flat back. And we're going to kick back with a nice flexed foot. So, just 1, 2, keeping that right angle, 3, 4, and 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now we're going to do the fire hydrants, which are the ones where you lift your leg out to the side. So nice equal base, 5 on each side, just nice warming up, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Lovely. Okay, so from there we do a couple of hip rotations. So I want your bum back, and I just want you bringing it all the way forward. So good wide stance for me, all the way forwards. Okay, now the other way. Okay, sit back on those heels, leaning forwards, getting a nice back stretch in all the way. Okay, walk yourself up nice and gently. Come on, up to standing. Okay, we're going to be doing, oh, there's lots of people on. Hello everyone who's on. Cool, okay, we're going to be doing some nice side steps. So, just lower yourself down. Foot to heel. Keep going. Step side to side, okay? Nice side to side. And again, keep going. Keep going. Just warming up those glutes, warming up that lower body. Okay, let's do some stretching. So I want you to just push back onto that calf all the way, making sure that you're getting that nice stretch down the back of your leg. Lovely. And switch. Lovely. Make sure your upper body's nice and straight. Everything nice and neutral. Okay, quick hamstring. So on that heel down, toe up, okay? Oh no, my neighbours are just about to start mowing their lawn while I'm teaching. And push that bum back. Just stretching out that hamstring. Good. Okay, let me know if you can't hear me. I think you should be able to hear me. Swap over. Typical. Maybe jet, I think they're jet washing actually. Lovely. Okay, let me know if you can't hear me at all, alright? Typical. Let's stretch all the way up. Soft knees all the way up, and then I want you to go over to the side, just nice and gently. Nice and gently. And then back to centre and to the other side. Lovely. Let's have that nice stretch. Then we're going to go forwards as well. So nice forward stretch, stretching out those shoulder blades. Glad that you can all hear me still, especially when it stops like that. Okay, we're doing one arm across, lifting that arm up to your chin. Lifting all the way up to your chin. Good, and to the other side. All the way up. Well done. Okay, please let me know if you can't hear me. Hopefully you're able to. Yeah, let me know if you can't. Okay, we're going to go on to the main workout. So, main workout today. Like I said, 6 exercises. Hopefully you're able to hear me. And we're going to be doing a side step squat. So the first one we're going to do, we're going to start in the middle of the mat. Start in the middle of the mat, just here, okay? And then you're going to step to the side and you're going to squat. Back to the middle, step to the side and you're going to squat, okay? So nice and simple, nice dynamic movements to the side, down and back up, that's what you want, okay? So nice, adding that dynamic movement in. Okay, so we're going to go on that one. In 3, 2, 1, off we go. So centre of your mat, centre of your space. We step, squat, back to middle. Exhale as you're coming back to centre, okay? Exhale as you come back to centre. Nice and steady. Your pace, go as low as is comfortable for you. Make sure you're not going further than is right for your point, okay? Nice and steady. Good. 15 seconds. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. 10 seconds. Lovely. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Great work. Okay, the next one we're going to do is a front raise. So you can use 1 or 2 weights. If you're using cans of beans, 2 weights are great. If you're using 4 kilos, for example, you only really want 1 for this, okay? You don't really need 2 for it if you're using that heavier weight. So we're going to go soft knees, off we go. So we're going to inhale and exhale, descend slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Really concentrate on that exhale. Up to the top and down, slow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You don't want to be going up above your chin, shoulder height, and down we go. Lovely, all the way down, well done, okay? You're concentrating on that exhale down, that exhaling and engaging of the core, making sure that core is nice and engaged. We're talking about that deep core as always, okay? Nice and steady, start there. Okay, we're now going to move on. So, we haven't done these in this session because they're a bit more complex, they need a bit more balance, a bit more strength. So we're doing some nice curtsy lunges. What I want you to think about with these is a clock. So imagine you're in the middle of a clock face, okay? And you need to step to 5 o'clock and to 7 o'clock. So I'm going to go to 5 o'clock and to 7 o'clock as I step back, okay? Now, that's actually that way, but I'm mirror image to you guys, aren't I? So make sure your shoulders are facing forwards, your front knee is not going over your toes, and you go back as far as is comfortable for you with this one, okay? So we're going to stay to the one side, and we're going in 3, 2, 1. Off we go. So down to that point, back up, down to that point, back up. Okay, nice and steady, keeping those hips forwards. Lovely, well done. Go back to that 7 o'clock point, because I'm on my right side, and then back to centre. Now the other way, over to 5 o'clock, up we come. Okay, if the mirror image is turning it round, just switch your numbers. Think about you in the middle of that clock, you're stepping back. exhale, inhale down, exhale up, inhale down, exhale up. Brilliant. Give me a shout if you can't hear me, let me know because of the neighbours. They weren't doing this when I started. Okay, we're going down onto the floor, we're doing donkey kicks. So, nice all fours position, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. We're going to go into donkey kick with fire hydrant, okay? Now with this, if it feels too much, if you're rocking over, please ease off, okay? I want those hips to be really steady. I want you to be stable while you're doing this. I don't want you rocking over because that defeats the object of this exercise. We need to make sure that we are down on our elbows, okay? Because we're doing an anti-extension with this one. So we're doing an anti-extension exercise where we're and a glute strengthener because we want to engage our core while we're doing this one, and we don't want our spine to extend. We don't want that extension in our spine, okay? So we're stopping that by going down onto our elbows with this. So let's start the timer again. We're going to do one side. We're going to go down onto your elbows in this position, and we're going to go back into donkey kick, and then fire hydrant. Okay, so we're going to go nice and steady. Down on your elbows gives you that extra support. 3, 2, this is all over this. 3, 2, 1, off we go. So get into position. Start with your left leg, and you kick up, out. Okay, up and out. Making sure that spine, we're not doing that extension. Okay, engaging that core. It's a double exercise. Okay, swap sides for me. Back we go. Over. So go back and out. It's engaging that core, not letting that spine extend. We're not having that twist. Good, that's it. Okay, now we're going to come back up, okay? So I want you, sorry, no we're not, we're staying down. Next door have completely thrown me with their jet wash while we're teaching. So hopefully they will stop for a little bit. Now, I want your bottom leg to be bent underneath, your top leg to be nice and straight. We're going to be doing, so we're moving on today, we're moving on to lots of different things. I want you to make sure you exhale as you raise while we do this, okay? So that elbow needs to go directly under that shoulder, nice and straight, weight onto that foot. And we're going to inhale, and then we're going to exhale up, and back down. Okay, inhale, exhale back up. Good, that's it. And again. Keep going, keep going. Nice and steady. You can see I'm not going fast at all. Nice straight line. Engaging that core, okay? Really, really key to be engaging that core as we lift. Staying on that one side. Lovely, staying on that one side. Keep going. Keep going. That's it. Good. And stop there. Okay, stay there for me for one moment. So I stop my timer. Okay, we're staying down on the floor. This is a great exercise for stability. Okay, so we're doing a nice core stability exercise now, and we are making sure that we haven't got any rotation. So we're making sure that that core is resisting rotation of the spine. So we don't want that in. We're resisting that rotation. We're going to be going down onto all fours. Okay, and I want you to put one leg out, nice and straight. One leg out, nice and straight, and we're just going to be lifting it to here. Okay, so it's the start of doing the donkey kick, start of doing bird dog. Okay, we're just coming up and down, up and down. Okay, swap legs. Making sure as you do it, you're not rotating. Okay, engaging that core. Exhale as you lift up. Exhale as you lift up. Nice and steady. Okay, good. Well done. That's it. Brilliant. Okay, stop there. You have 1 minute. I am just going to go and ask my neighbours if they wouldn't mind stopping, as long as it's not a business doing it. Get some water on board, okay? Okay, right then, get some water on board. We've got 20 seconds and we're going to go back into those squats with the side step. Okay, let me know if you can't hear me. We're going into the squats with the side step. Nice and smooth, making sure it's nice and smooth. Again, remember, this is adding dynamic movement into these exercises now. We're stepping up bit by bit. If you are early point in the 6 weeks to 6 months, I want you to go back and look at other exercises, or I want you just to stay nice and central, okay? Nice and central. If it is too much for you, adding that dynamic bit, stay nice and central. Right, we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. So stand in the middle of your mat, out to the side, down, back to the middle. Okay, we're going out to the side. Exhale as you're coming back up. That's it, lovely. Exhale as you come back up. Those arms involved if you want to. Nice and strong. Lovely. 20 more seconds, okay? So this is round 2. One more round after this. That's it. Keep going. 10 seconds. Lovely. Nearly there. 5. Nice and low. Nice and smooth. Good. Well done, everyone. Okay, we're going into that front raise. Again, if you want one weight, use it. I've got 4, so I'm just going to use 1. 2 cans of beans, you can use 2, okay? Just make sure you're doing it for you. Now, if you are fine, if you use 2 weights and you do a front raise and this happens, it's too heavy, okay? So we want to be making sure that you are controlled with that raise because we're doing a slow descent, okay? We don't want that hip extending forwards. We don't want that moving forwards and that back being compressed, core being stretched and not being worked. So we want to be able to go inhale, exhale, back down. Okay, so we're going 3, 2, 1, off we go. Soft knees, up, concentrate on the way down. Engage that core as you exhale. Awesome, and again. That's it, awesome. Keep going. And up. Lovely. Exhale, engage that core, brace that core all the way down. Soft knees, don't let those hips get in control. We don't want them coming forward. Lovely. And again, 10 more seconds. Keep going, don't let that back take over. Lovely. Okay, so that there is really about that core control. We need to properly be engaging that full core corset, making sure that there isn't that impact on your back. Next one is curtsy lunges. Remember that 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock I talked about in the last round? I want you to take it steady, but listen to your body. If you feel like you can go quicker, go quicker. If you feel like you want to go slower than me, please go at your pace, okay? So curtsy lunges, if it is too much, go into that standard reverse lunge, okay? And if that is too much, I want you to go back into a static lunge, nice and steady. So you've got the 3 options there for this group. We're going in 3, 2, 1, off we go. So staying on the one side, back up, exhale on the way back up. That's it, good. Keeping everything nice and steady. Good work, everyone. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Swap sides. So remember that 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, you're in the centre of the clock face. Just making sure that foot placement is exactly where you need it to be. Remember those 2 alternatives as they are better for you. 3, 2, and 1. Good work. Okay, down on the floor, onto your elbows. We're doing those donkey kicks, okay? So I think you can hear me now. I just had to ask my neighbours for a favour. So if you go down onto your elbows, all 4s, okay? We're going to do that nice donkey kick. So tuck those feet, tuck those toes, off we go. Kick, fire hydrant, kick, fire hydrant. Okay, you're not going very far. Just making sure it's comfortable for you. Remember, it's an anti-extension exercise as well as that glute strengthener. And the other side, off we go. Good. Just making sure that spine is staying exactly where it needs to stay. That's why we've dropped down onto our elbows rather than all fours. We want to get it right. We want to be getting stronger and stronger. Lovely. Okay, we're now doing a side plank, but we're doing those dips. So again, nice and controlled. Bottom leg bent. That's where you're putting your weight, okay? Elbow underneath your shoulder, nice and controlled. Nice straight line to that top leg. You're pushing down into that top leg. Off we go. Exhale up. Top leg is there. Pushing down into that top foot, that top leg's foot. Nice and controlled, nice and stable, okay? Control it, go as fast or as slow as you need to. Make sure you're doing the other side to last time. The final set, we will split it. 20 seconds each way, okay? Brilliant, well done. Okay, we're now going onto all fours again. And you want those hands up this time. And we're doing those toe extensions. So we're extending that back leg and we're raising it. So last time we held it out and we raised. This time we're going to start from the centre and go back out. Stay in this position. We're going to go toe, raise, toe, back. Toe, raise, toe, back. Okay, keep going. Exhale on the movement. Brilliant work. Making sure that centre. You move the timer. Swap sides. Making sure that we are keeping those hips nice and central. Okay, that's really important in this exercise. Nice and central hips. We're not rocking over. That's why we're breaking it down. Okay. Good, well done. Okay, 1 minute's rest. I'm just going to go through that one in a little bit more detail while you guys are resting. So as you go back, you'll start in this position, you tap that toe back. So you inhale, exhale, back to centre, okay? So you're exhaling the whole time you're moving. You're drawing that core in. If you're not drawing that core in, this is what happens. You're all over the place, okay? Not sure how much you could have seen of that then, but you'll be much more all over the place if you are not engaging that core. So if you can feel it, even going, just, if that is too much, just going inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Okay, really concentrating on that core. You need to listen to your body to know exactly what it's doing. Have a mirror there if you need to see how balanced you are. Okay, that minute went very quick. We are doing to our final set. Are you ready? We're going to be doing those squats with the side steps, that nice dynamic movement again, okay? So in 3, 2, 1, off we go. So centre to the side, squat, back up. That's it. Get those arms involved if you can. Exhale. Lovely. Exhale should come up. Inhale down. Exhale up. You're so bored of me saying that. 15 seconds. Brilliant. Okay, so it's that extra movement this week. Adding that little bit of challenge. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. Okay, front raise again. Remember, if you've got light weights, go for that double. If they are heavier weights, kind of 3K above, then you want to be holding just one. Okay, we don't want those hips flying forwards. And again, remember, we are concentrating on the exhale down. We are concentrating on engaging that core and making sure the breath is keeping us stable. Off we go. Soft knees. Drawing that core in, not letting that back work, okay? So obviously the top of your back is working, the lower of your back, it's just there to stabilise you. That core should be taking over. That's it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. That's not an easy one, that at all. It requires a lot of thinking. That's why I don't talk much through it. It takes a lot of thinking. So we're going into the curtsy lunge. Remember the 5 o'clock, 7 o'clock point. You're in the centre of the clock. We're going to stick to that one side. Again, if it's too much, reverse lunge or static lunge. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. One side. Down. Exhale back up. Make sure that front knee isn't going over. Brilliant. 10 more seconds on this side. Really getting that outer glute working. Doing quite a lot of glute work today. That's it. And swap sides. Other side of the clock. Good. Keep going. And 10 more seconds. Remember that front knee. We don't want to go over those toes. Brilliant. Well done. Okay, we're down on the mat for the next 3 exercises. So it's that donkey kick on our elbows. So, making sure, nice and comfortable. Nice gap between your knees. I don't want your knees together, okay? You need that nice gap. Tuck those toes, and off we go. Exhale. Inhale down. Exhale other side. Stay on that side, sorry. Exhale other exercise. So we're going down, we're not stopping. Into fire hydrant. It's really hard to lift high on this when we're down like this. Which gives much more control. And again, other side. Flex that foot. Keep going. Really concentrate. Remember, we're out doing an anti-extension. We don't want that spine twisting or extending. We don't want, so stop there. What I mean by that is we don't want to be lifting up. We don't want this bit to be dropping. We want it to be nice and flat, as well as glute strengthening. Next one, side plank. We're going to do 20 seconds on each side. So get yourself ready. Again. Oh, it's hot this side. Straight leg. Ignore my timer, I'm just going to go with it on my watch. Bent leg underneath, straight leg on top, elbow under shoulder. And we're going in 3, 2, 1. Exhale up. That's it. Keep going. Engage in that core, it's so key. You exhale, you draw the core in, check your midline, look at what's going on, okay? We'll be talking about that in the chat afterwards with the low impact, the high impact to low impact exercises. Okay, swap sides. Straight into it in 3, 2, and 1. Off we go. Putting that hand on your tummy, feeling what's going on. Checking there isn't any of that doming at all. We want to engage the core. If you're just lifting up to here, absolutely fine. Whatever it is in your realm of fitness, do that, okay? And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lovely. On to all fours, quick as we can. We've got 5 seconds. And we're going to go into the toe taps. So, out, exhale. Up, back down, back in. Staying on that one side. Brilliant work. I hope you guys are as warm as me. We're nearly done. So close. One more side to do. Make sure you're not rocking over. And the other side. Off we go. Tap out. Lift up. Tap down. Pull in. Tap out. Lift up. Tap down. Pull in. So we're not aiming to be up here. We're just going to the level point, okay? That's it. And you are done on those ones. Well done, everyone. So a bit of a complex one today. Lots of glute work, lots of balance, making sure we're not doing any of that twisting with our spine or any spinal extension we don't want. So we're going to do some nice stretching now, okay? So I want you to go back onto your heels, dropping down, walking yourself forwards, open those knees, let yourself through, and stretch out. Brilliant. Okay, come on to all fours for me. I'm going to do one we did at the beginning as part of the warm-up. So tuck those toes. We're going to lift up, but slower this time, okay? Thread under, that nice thoracic twist. All the way down. Elbow and ear down, holding it there. And back to centre. And the other side, okay? We're just doing one on each side. And thread it through. I love these. They're so nice. Lovely. Back to centre. Okay, we'll do a nice slight hip stretch for me, okay? So I want you to lift that leg forwards, have that back leg bent, nice right angle in the front. We're just going to lean into it, so I need to move forwards a bit. Just making sure that front knee isn't going over toes. Feel it in your pelvis. And again, remember, only push your stretching as far as it's comfortable for you. If you're early postnatal, even 6 months, you still have quite a lot of relaxing in your system. It stays in your system. So you want to make sure that you are not overstretching. So if you're doing something, oh, I couldn't do that before I had a baby, stop. Your ligaments and tendons will be stretching more than they are actually capable of doing. And again, other side for me. Brilliant. Okay, now we're going to go to seated because we did quite a few of side things. We're going to put our feet together and we're going to just pull those feet in as close as we can. If you can hold onto your toes, please do, but otherwise you can hold onto your feet or your ankles and drop those knees as low as they go. So I don't want them up by your ears. You need them as low as they will go. Brilliant. Okay, so just holding that there. Inhale and exhale through the stretch. Just making sure you're getting a nice stretch today. 1 foot forwards. Reach down to your toes. I think the pollen is making my nose itch out here. Again, if you can't reach, don't worry, okay? Don't push it by curving your back over. Get a tea towel or a resistor band if you have one and loop it over and hold it there so you're upright, much more upright. Good, that's it. And swap sides. Hold it there, well done. We never get time to stretch, do we? Ever. So it's really important to make sure you do fit it in at the end of these workouts. Straight away, otherwise it won't happen, will it? If you're anything like me, it won't happen afterwards. Okay, we'll do both together. Lovely. We'll do a little bit of upper body. Didn't do that much on upper body today, but we were putting our weight through our shoulders when we were doing the last 3 exercises, so the donkey kicks, through to the toe taps and all of those exercises. We were putting weight through it and we did the front raise, so we'll do some upper body as well. Okay, so sit however you feel comfortable. If you want to stand, please do whatever is right for you. We're going to lift up. We're going to go over to the side, okay? Remember, don't go too far, which is just that slight stretch down the side of our body. Make sure both glutes are sat on the floor. You don't want to be lifting up. You want to be sat nice and steady, okay? Back to centre and to the other side. Lovely. Back to centre, and we'll go behind. Now remember with this one, we always have our hands by our bottom, so we can get a deeper stretch. Hands by our bottom, lower spine, and lift up, chest up, chin up. Okay, nice stretch. I always find it a lot easier if I uncross my legs. Tight hip flexors. Lovely, and then we'll go forwards. So again, just really stretching out those shoulder blades. Lovely. Okay, we will do one more with our arms. So I want you to go across and up. Really pull that shoulder, pull that arm across. Make sure this arm coming up isn't on your elbow or your wrist. All the way up to your chin. And then switch sides. Good. Okay, quick roll of the shoulders back and a roll of the shoulders forwards. Right then, let's have a little chat about changing high impact exercises to low impact exercises. Just gonna get my water while we chat. Now, these exercises, I said at the beginning, you would see in a lot of the online workouts that are going on at the moment. Obviously, we've been doing this for week 13, isn't it? But there's a lot of online workouts still going on, and a lot of things saved on YouTube that you can do, and a lot of them have high impact exercise. It doesn't mean that you can't do some of these exercises, but it means that there are adaptations that are good for you to learn, which is why I just want to show you. I've got 6 of them today that I want to show you some different adaptations. We don't always do these, especially in this class, but I include them in other classes that I do. So make sure you've had a nice drink, and then we're going to get up onto our feet. Obviously, you don't have to demo these right now. I'm going to demo them, but it's easier if you actually try them out. So, get up onto your feet. The main reason we would want to change these, I'll let you know about that as well. The main reason we'd want to change these from the high impact to the low impact ones is because after having your baby, you've had a lot of pressure on your pelvic floor, and you may be having pelvic floor issues. You may be, we don't want to be adding extra pressure to our pelvic floor by doing the first one, for example, squat jumps. We don't want to be adding that load, that pressure onto our pelvic floor. Someone once told me about you can kind of, it's like you've got something heavy onto a hammock and you're pressing down into it, and the more you do it, the more it will stretch and stretch. And that's putting that extra pressure onto that pelvic floor, which is what we don't want to be happening, which is why you won't see them in this class. Now, but I know other people want to be getting back, want to be doing things, and there's lots of things online. So a squat jump is my first one that I'm going to show you. This is really, really popular in a lot of different classes. And the squat jump, I'll show you the main one first. It's normally quite wide. You squat down and you jump up. Okay, that would be the high impact version, where you're going up and throwing those arms back, okay? Now, that may put the fear in God into some of you. So I'm going to show you the other options. There's 2 different options. First option, normal squats, okay? Exhale as you're coming up, lifting that pelvic floor, engaging that core. Nice and steady, okay? The next one, I'm mixing my words up today. The next one, so the next level will be the same. So you squat down, exhale up onto your toes. Okay, so we do that sometimes in this class. You see I'm going up onto my tiptoes, my hands are going back. Nice and strong. Now that is the start, isn't it? The start of that jump, but without that impact. So you would do those instead. They are a great one to do instead of the squat jumps. Next one, split lunges. Shuttles, people call them different things. So you would do, this is the high impact version. You would start in this position and you would go. Okay, that's quite high impact, isn't it? The faster you go, the more high impact that would be. So what we would do is we would change it to either a static lunge. So you're in the lunge position, you go back. There's an even easier one than that as well. So we'll do 3. First one is a split squat. So your back foot, you can see my back foot is closer, and I would squat down. So my legs aren't close together, there's a gap. I don't want to be walking that tightrope, because if I walk that tightrope, I'm all over the place. You want a nice gap between your feet. I've got 3 inches, okay? So I might go a little bit more, but you can see that my heel toe, there's not much of a gap, and you would just squat down. You can see my back leg bends, okay? So it's a split squat instead of both legs. And you would do that, and then you would swap halfway. Next level is a static lunge. So you go back into the lunge position, making sure that front knees are going over toes, and you would drop down. The garden pigeons are here, if you can see them behind me. Exhale as you come up. Dropping that back leg, okay, as low as is comfortable for you. But it's about that control, that exhaling as you're exercising, drawing that core in. Now the other option is then alternate lunges. So you've done the static. You can also add, if you're in the static, just the one side back to centre. Okay, that would be your next level. Back to centre. And then you would add alternates, because that adds the instability. Each time we step up a level, we're adding a bit more instability, but it isn't adding that high impact. It's still working the muscles, still the strength, still getting that heart rate up, but you've not got the high impact where you may be causing yourself some issues that you don't want. Okay, star jumps. I love how I'm having to do all the high impact ones today. So lovely star jump, we all know what they're like. We had to do them at school, lots and lots and lots. Out and in, out and in. Okay, nice high impact exercise. It's a lovely exercise. Not necessarily when you've just had a baby though. Okay, so first level, stand in the centre of your mat, feet together, and you would lift both arms, but just step one leg out. So you would go, exhale, together, and you can go at whatever pace feels right for you. Okay, there's your first level of low impact star jumps. Second level, you would squat down. So with a star jump, you're obviously jumping out, aren't you? With this, we would go down, down, down. Okay, so you've got that extra, that power that you would do in a star jump, but without the impact. Exhaling. Exhale as you come out of the squat, bringing those hands as low. So I'm only going to my knees, but if you felt that you could go lower, out like that, okay? And also if swapping sides is too much as well, stick with the one side, there's nothing wrong with that, and then just split it halfway. So there are the first three. The next three we're going to go through in a second. I just need some water. And all of these you may already know, or you may see on lots of different exercises. On Instagram there's loads of stuff being thrown up at the moment, isn't there? And you need to stay safe for you, which is why I'm showing you these now. Now the next one, burpee. I'm out of breath, it's so humid. There's a thunderstorm coming, isn't there? So it's very humid out here. Nice standard burpee. You go centre mat, you drop down, back, forwards, up. Okay? There are hundreds of variations of burpees, presses, coming out, going, doing wider ones, adding weights. There are hundreds and hundreds of different sorts. But that, as you can see, you are jumping back, you are jumping forwards, you are jumping up. 3 elements of high impact. So the first one that I would say to do, if you feel strong enough, because if you don't feel strong enough, you can add a chair to this instead. Now, you will go down onto the floor, bending those knees, and you would step, 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 step. Give yourself that rest. Step, 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 step. So you can see my bum isn't going all the way down. I'm engaging my core. I'm exhaling as I step back and forwards, because it does put the pressure on the midline. So you're still getting that, the advantage of a burpee of having that full body movement and that full body work, but without the high impact. So you again, if you feel that that would be too much, you can just step, 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 step. Okay, so you don't have to step all the way back with it either. This is up to you. These are just guidelines of adaptations that you could do. Then the next level, so if it, sorry, jumping around, if that was too much, you could also have a chair, hold a chair here. Can you see the wall? Do it on the wall. You could be on the wall and you can step, 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 and come up. So you've got that pressing back up. So you step, 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 and you come up. Okay, engaging that core, exhaling as you come off the wall. But those are 2 options. Third option, which looks more like a burpee, you again go down. 1, 2, 3, 4, up. Okay, and again you can come up and not raise up if it pulls on anything, but if you want to, add that up, and then you just go back down. Okay, nice and strong, but without the jump, jump, jump. That lovely high impact that isn't there, okay? Next one, we all know this one quite well. High knees, okay? So you will get yourself ready for this normally, like I am. And high knees, you want it to be exhaling and lifting those knees as high as possible. Okay, high impact. It's going to take me a second to get my breath back even with that today. So the real difference with that, you would do something like, you've got two options here. You've got marching high knees, simple as, you just don't add the running. So you would march opposite arm, opposite knee, up, up, up. We do this at the beginning, don't we? Nice marching high knees. March on the spot, but making sure we're nice and central so you don't cross over. You don't want to be crossing over, you want to be nice and straight. Nice and straight, okay? Next option will be to bring those hands down. So obviously with the high knees, you're coming up and you're at this point with high knees, aren't you? So what we would want to do is you would march as normal, down, 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 down. Okay, takes a bit of thought. I find it easier with my hands together. And you'll find that your heart rate goes much higher doing this than you would ever have thought it would. Okay, so that's another option. Get that heart rate up, get that cardio working, but without the impact. And then the final one that we're doing today is going from a full plank. So this is something that you do not do postnatal. It's one of the main things that's talked about. A full plank is a no-no. And the reason is because the impact it puts on your core. If you've had any ab separation, this is the point where you would then put too much pressure on your core. So a full plank, more than likely you know what it looks like. Go down, toes out, drop down, hold. Making sure that the spine isn't dropping. Exhale, control. Okay? Lots of pressure on the core. So, different options. First one, you can use a chair. Just grab my chair. First option. There's my chair. Make sure you can see it nicely. You would go hands or elbows, whichever one is the most comfortable. Kneeling or full. Let me make sure it's in. So I can kneel down. I'll show you knees first. So you can be in this position. And you're exhaling and drawing that core in. Or even softer. And the reason you've got more surface area, so you've got more pressure to put your hands onto, okay? My feet, I've got a gap between my knees, my feet are down, my core, my back is nice and straight, there isn't any curving or too far up like this. We want to be nice and straight. Exhale. Drawing that core in, keeping you nice and stable. This looks very simple. It's not as simple as it looks. And then, if you wanted to, you could then come up into your hands up. You just have to make sure that your knees are a bit further back and draw that core in, holding that plank. I believe I'm saying that we're doing a plank in this class. But these are adaptations, okay? Then the next level, you would do standing. So again, hands down into this position, okay? That is very full on, okay? That's very full on. I wouldn't teach anybody that in any classes, okay? But if you feel that you're at that point, you could do those. The other options are the side that we do in class, and lots of other ones. So we do a half sometimes we do a box and we're just drawing that core in. But just make sure with those, planks are something that, if you can, if you're doing those workouts where they're included, I would avoid them personally. I wouldn't do even the adaptations for them, but I'd rather you see an adaptation and be able to build on it than nothing at all. The best adaptation out of those ones was onto the chair, on your knees, on your elbows, okay? That there you have full control over that core. And it is something that you do most days as well. It is a movement that you perform with the baby when you're leaning on something or picking something up. So just be aware of what is always going on in that centre line, as well as your pelvic floor for all of that high impact stuff. So that high impact with the low impact alternatives. I love the low impact alternatives. You can do a really high cardio class with low impact exercises, which is one that I do teach, and it is fantastic because you get that heart rate up, but you're working so hard but without putting that pressure on your body that you just don't want at this 6 weeks to 6 month point. You want to be staying strong, you don't want to be getting injured, and you want to look after that midline and look after that pelvic floor. Okay, have a lovely day everyone, and I will see you all either on Wednesday if you're coming to the 6 month plus class, or I will see you all on here next week. Okay, take care everyone, have a lovely week, bye.